Cass, oh my god. He tried so hard. Oh, Cass, that's funny. Oh, that's good. Welcome on in, guys. How are we doing? He's back. He is back. He is me. I'm back. Guys, I am so excited. Yo, what was your name? Why are you a VIP? What was your name? You've changed your names. What was your name? 35-month streak. What was your name? Who are you? But this is right. You know who this is? Is this Jordan? Am I looking at Jordan? Oh. Guys, thank you so much for all the subs. Can we get some love in chat? Yes. Aha. It was. Why was it the wink that made it obvious for me? I was like, ain't nobody else winking at me. What inspired the name change then? But also, hi Luna, hi Iat, hi Landon. How is everybody doing? I want to hear how you're all doing before I jump straight into this. Because no one else does it. Does what? Wait, what? Oh, yeah. And this is why Jordan's my favorite. But, yeah. I am really excited to be back. I'm so excited to tell you guys all about this week that I've just had. Cryzen not favorite. I kind of wanted to change it to plus. Oh my god, yeah, of course. That makes so much more sense now that I've actually thought about it. Because I forgot the name for a minute there. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm gonna need to get back into the vibe of streaming. It's been so long. It's been so long, you guys. It's been 83 years. I was just on a ship. I can make that reference. So, today, after I got back, I made a slideshow to tell you guys about my time away. Now, I've not covered everything in the slideshow, but I've covered a lot. So, do you guys want to hear about my week? Do you guys want to hear about my week on a cruise? Yeah, do you guys want to hear a little bit? Do you guys want to like hear a little bit of like what I've been doing? Ode! Cass, bruh, hello?
Well,
what the fuck?
Howdy.
Well, boy, howdy! You guys get some love in chat for the 29-month subs. Fucking hell. But, yeah. Also, Jordan, you're coming up for 3 years in a row subbing to me, which, given our friendship, is appropriate. But... But 3 years of being nuked up for yeah, I know. Wait a minute. I was a hi Charlie, how's it going? Wait a minute. Why? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Do I look tanned, by the way? Look at my hair. Like you can see like where I've tanned in my hairline. I need to like push it forward. I'm normal. Yeah, I burnt. Actually, I think it's just a tan now. Yeah, it is. Actually, yes, you can. You absolutely can believe that. We need a closer look. Oh, it's wait. I'm trying to like get it. So, there we go. There we go. I don't think my mobile screen is doing it justice. Yeah. Oh well. Well, that will sure do it. I'm gonna need to turn this off for the... Do I? I don't know. Do I bother turn... Where's my water? Oh, it's over here. Okay, well, we're not going to turn it off, but I am going to wait until it's finished before I jump into it, because I need to be more emotive. And you guys can't see the hand movements I'm making while I'm zoomed in on my face. Usually it's better for dramatic effect. Why is my water bottle glitching out of reality? What is this? Why is half of my water bottle going to the goddamn back rooms? Better. Cool. Well, that only something. Tell me I'm wrong only sometimes. Don't be lying now, Jordan. Don't be lying. Well, that took all of 2 minutes to descend into complete degeneracy. New record. Also, when did a hype train start? Thanks, guys. Chatterino doesn't tell me when hype trains are starting. I need to fix that. Is that something I can do? What was I doing? I am going to go and turn off the zoomery for this one. Just because yeah. Been so long or something. Yeah, pretty much. That's the reason why. But yeah, I think we should jump in. You cannot see how just... Is that not a thing? Wait, hold on. Let me move the box down slightly. Aha! There we go. Now I can see it all. Perfect. Right, guys. Are we ready for Nukeri's Vacation 2023? A dramatic tale of a very big boat and hot milk. This makes more... A slideshow. I worked on this. I've spent the last few hours doing this, not because it took me that long, but because it took me that long because I was procrastinating. So... I guess it did take me that long. So, I told my parents the story about hot milk. Well, get them back in here because I'm going to tell it better. But yeah, wait, was Matt here? Oh, hey Matt, how's it going? I missed your message. I'm so sorry. Hi. While you do that, I'm going to go work on emotes for jorts. Well, like, oh, okay, yep. But I'm listening. Alrighty. So, traveling, day 1. So, for those of you that don't know, I've just been on a cruise for a week with my family, excluding my older brother who does not like sunlight. He's not one for the heat. So he opted to stay home while the rest of us went on this cruise around Italy, Greece, and Croatia. Also, rip hype train. Good job, guys. I believed in you and you failed me. But, yeah, so I've just been on a cruise for the last week or so, and I'm back on dry land now. I hate it. I yearn for the ocean. But that's irrelevant right now, because I'm telling the story of what happened in the past, not the future that is so uncertain for me right now. Deal? Deal. I need to turn my light on as well, because I feel like it's going to get weird. I am absolutely procrastinating doing this because I cannot remember what I put on this next slide. But also, hey Warrior, hey Gene, how's it going, you guys? Can't say, but I hope you cruised went well and you had fun. I had an amazing time. I'm hoping that you watched the VOD so you can see everything that I got up to because, yeah, it was good. But yeah, what did I put? Oh yeah, so it was basically traveling to the cruise was hell. So we left around 8:30, maybe 9 at the latest. I can't really remember specific timings. It gets fuzzy the further back I try and remember. But we left the house around, whatever amount of time. I think it was 8:30. It took us an hour and a half to get to the airport, which I haven't been to in years. Got through security and checked in, dropped off all our baggage and stuff, just totally fine. Went through security. I am perfect. When you go through airport security, how often do you get stopped? How often do you get, Like, how often do you beep, or how often does your bag get taken to the side? Let me tell you how many times it's happened to me. Not one single goddamn time. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very good at airports. I'm very good at airports. My twin brother, on the other hand... and I love him to bits. This became such a meme for the entire trip because without fail, he had always failed to notice something in his bag that was going to get called up on. So the first time was like 4 different containers of over 100ml liquids, which he just didn't realize was a thing. So he ended up tossing out, I think it was, oh god, what was it? It was like 3 different things. It was a drink, it was shower gel, and I think it might have been deodorant as well. And it was just one of those things. He was really pissed about it as well. I, of course, had everything in a neat little... Actually, I've got them over here. Hold on. I've still got them. I've not fully unpacked, so everything's still in the plastic IKEA bag. So, hold on, is it here? Yeah, so I've got everything here in my little plastic baggie. 100 mils or less. I've got a tiny robot in the bottom. That's cologne. I'm good at airports. I'm good at airports. Into the airport smoothie they go. Yeah, for real. So Dyer gets stopped and his bag gets searched, swabbed, and they basically confiscate all of the liquids and stuff. Yippee. Good for him. He's mad. My mum gets stopped as well because she basically refuses to not go through without, like, jewellery on her wrists. Not for any reason. Like, she always puts jewellery on her wrists and it's just too much effort to take it all off, so it's faster, somehow. So we all eventually got through the security at this was maybe around, we got to the airport around 10, I think. Maybe took us an hour to check, half an hour to check in and get through security. Oh, Dar, you just missed me telling the story about how you're really, really unfortunate with security in airports. So we all got through security, and by this point we were all kind of hungry. Have I picture? I'm sure of it. It's the chattery. It's the 7TV. Sure, that's making me laugh there. No, I was just saying it was like you were unaware of the 100 ml thing, so you got like 3 things confiscated initially, and I think it was shower gel, deodorant, and I want to say it was a drink or water or something, but I couldn't remember, so I just passed. But anyway, so we got through security and we ended up going to, I think it was a Starbucks just for a little bite to eat, because we wanted to stop for a bit. Then we decided we wanted to go do a little bit of shopping, so we went to the WH Smith that was just across from us. We also went to Boots and got Dyer all new stuff to replace the stuff that got thrown away. So did that. I got 2 books because it was 2 for 1. No, it was buy one get one half price. And for those of you that don't know me and my history with reading, I'm a very big fan of non-fiction. And also satire titles, as it turns out, because I got surrounded by idiots. The 4 types of human behavior, or how to understand those who cannot be understood. And also the subtle art of not giving a fuck. I already had this book, but I lent it to my friend years back and I never got it back. If you're watching, I want it back. Perfect for Twitch. I know, right? And there is another one that's called Everything is Fucked. I don't know if I had that one or not. I'll get it after that, though. Or maybe I'll put it on my Throne wish list. I don't know. Also, I should probably make this announcement now. But I'm going to make it at the end of the stream. Because there is something that I'm planning, that I'm going to announce at the end of the stream, that I'm excited for you guys to see / hear about. So, also, hi Chef, how's it going? Surely none of those are in any way related to us. Of course not. Of course not. What, the surrounded by idiots thing? So anyway, after we got that, we got on the flight to London Heathrow. The flight from Glasgow down to London is really, really short. So it didn't take too long. It was just maybe like an hour flight, 45 minutes, something like that. And I'm fairly certain that one went off without much of a hitch. And I say that one because once we got to London, I think we stopped and ate something again. I don't really remember. I don't remember. We got on the flight to to Venice from London. I think about 40 minutes late. 30, 40 minutes late. Don't know the reason why. Once we were on the plane, we were then delayed for another 3 hours. Chad, when I tell you I was losing my goddamn mind. 3.5. Well, I'm accounting for that with the 40-minute delay getting onto the plane in the first place, because it was delayed in the terminal. So, like, all in all, we were delayed 3.5 hours. Like, when your plane just breaks. Here's the thing about that. We get all the way to the runway where we're gonna take off. And the captain comes on and says, hello, so we're seeing something that I'm not completely happy with, so we're going to make a quick stop and get it looked at by the engineers. And we get to what I can only assume was a hangar. I wasn't really looking outside. And they look at it and they say, and they come back on, the captain goes, okay, so the engineers have taken a look at it and we think that they can get it fixed, but it's going to take an hour. What? This had already been like 2 hours at this point. And once they had gotten it fixed, they came on again, and because it had been so long that it took, they had to get a new captain and co-captain on because their schedule was then fucked. Or so I believe. So we had to then wait for the next people who were going to fly the plane to show up. So we eventually took off and got there very late. And obviously, there's something really, really, really weird to me, and I don't think I'm alone in thinking this as well, but there's such an abnormal atmosphere to going to a brand new airport. Flying into a brand new place and being there for the first time and trying to figure out your way through a new airport is weird. Also, hi, cool. Welcome on in. I'm just telling a story about where I've been for the last week. But yeah, I had a good day. I hope you've had a good day as well. So we end up getting all of our baggage and stuff totally fine. The people unloading the baggage very slowly. It was like one bag every 2 minutes that they were throwing through. So it took a while to get our bags in the first place after we went through passport control. And speaking of passport control, you guys know how I said that Dyer's bad at security? Well, it just so happens that he's also bad at passport control. Obviously not any fault of Dyer's himself. Well, the security was. This one isn't, because from what we could figure out, probably by the end of the vacation, was that he carries around his passport to use as identification a lot, so it's the autic machines wouldn't read his passport, which we think was due to him carrying it around so much and the chip getting fucked up. So, come to think of it, it was Dyer's fault, but just more in a long run kind of sense. But he always ended up getting to go to the manual one and talk to the people anyway. So like, it was only like maybe a 2-minute delay on that front. It wasn't ever really a big thing. It was just more of a general nuisance than anything else. So yeah, that's fine. But it was after we got our luggage that it was probably the worst, because we went out to where the last taxi was like taking off. There was like basically a line of people going about halfway up the taxi rank, and so we just joined on and waited. Then a big tour group shows up and joins on the other end of the taxi rank and starts moving up to meet in the middle. And what a joyous occasion at about 11:30, 12 at night, where they all start taking the taxis before the people that were there before them. Now, I'm not really one for confrontation, and this stayed this way for pretty much the entire holiday anyway, so I just didn't. We were losing our shit because at one point, our parents, me and Dara's parents, our mum and dad, we were like waiting next in line for a good 15 minutes while these other people that were there, were they American? I don't know. I didn't listen to any of them talk. But it was so frustrating because we would go up and be like, oh yeah, no, these were already booked by us. And we were like, we booked a taxi as well. I don't know if we did actually or not. I think this was the one that we actually didn't. But like, booked by who? Like, oh, it was frustrating. And there was the one people that really, really annoyed the shit out of me. And I think the rest of us as well that were there, were people that just went up to a like, as we were walking up as well, and was like, hey, like, we've been waiting much longer than you have, so I don't know why you're taking this taxi. And they're like, well, our bags are already loaded, so they basically just told us too bad. And I was ready to throw the hell down, because at this point we had been traveling since 8 a.m. that morning. I was losing my mind. I was so tired. I was fed up. I was ready to throw down. I was ready to slash some tires. I didn't. But we eventually, finally got in a taxi, and after putting a couple of curses on those families, then everything's fine. So, I'm not saying I'm petty, but I am saying that if I had the tools at my disposal to track down that family and ruin their vacation, I probably would have done it. Only /3. Wait, why? This is a joke. No, I know, but like, but I'm curious as to what the reasoning behind it is. Also, hi, Cycrum. It's good to see you. So we eventually made it to the hotel. We got in, and we basically all KO'd so quickly. Which brings us to Venice! Now, we obviously got a taxi from the airport into like a random hotel close to the airport, because the main thing was getting from the airport to the port. Lots of ports. This is Venice. You can see it because it has water next to it. So the first day in Venice, so we woke up and we went down to get our breakfast, and the person at the reception who was offering us breakfast was like, would you like any tea, cappuccino? And me, who usually orders a latte as like my coffee of choice, said, oh, can I get a latte? And my dad was like, oh yeah, I would like one too. And she looked at us for a second and was like, would you like a hot or cold? And me, hold on.
We should take Bikini Bottom
and push it somewhere else. Hold on. Do we have Patrick Push? Do we have Patrick Push? Where is it? Welcome on in, Raiders! Hi guys! I'm just telling a story about how where I've been for the last week and how I took over half a continent. So, yippee! So we're doing that, and I'm just talking about this story of how I well, how I ordered a latte for my breakfast coffee. And listen, it hadn't quite clicked for me yet that we were in Italy. And so we were speaking Italian. Yo, Barry, thank you for the 18 months, guys. We get some love in chat.
Happy
Hi.
Monday. Hope you had an amazing cruise and everyone has a great start to the week and enjoys the stream.
Well, I hope you enjoy the stream as well.
Barry 2 Heart, also 18 months Pog.
I hope you enjoyed the stream as well, Barry, and listen to my wonderful, wonderful tales. Cafe latte. Tangy, listen, if you let me tell the fucking joke, I'll get to it. So it hadn't clicked that I was in Italy. So me ordering a latte and this woman looking at me and going, would you like it hot or cold? And I'm thinking, of course I'd like it hot. Why would I want a cold coffee? So I didn't say that. I was just like, oh, hot, please. So we sit down not knowing any of the wiser. We get like our pan au chocolats and our croissants and our everything else. And I got a yogurt. And she puts it on the bar. So my mum gets her tea. And I look over and, well, my mum points it out and she's like, those look awfully like glasses of milk. And at that point I look over and I see it and I'm thinking, fuck, latte means milk. So it hadn't occurred to me that both my dad and myself ordered hot glasses of milk for breakfast. I posted it on Twitter. It got nearly 200 likes as well. So, like, worth it, I guess? But, like, hell, strong bones. Listen, and here's the worst thing. I wasn't confrontational? Okay. Confrontational enough to go and say, hey, look, I made a mistake. I actually wanted a coffee. I just sat and drank my hot milk and felt bad about it. So, we're all fucking weird, I guess. Like, yeah, as you should. Thanks, Barry. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. So, as you can all tell, holiday's off to a great start. I get angry at people waiting for a taxi, and then I order hot milk for breakfast. So, so maybe like half an hour later, we ended up getting in the pre-booked taxi to go to the actual, like, dock where the boat is. And we get there, and the boat's not there, but that's where we check in. So we go in, we check in, and we get all of our stuff, right? Right, makes sense. I forgot that I had visual aids with me as well. But I'll come back to these because that makes more sense later. Oh yeah, these were in Italian. Shit. Well, that's not helpful. Anyway. We get to the port and the guy goes, oh, sorry, you've not paid. We had pre-booked online and we got a receipt. And it's the UK's fault for using nonsensical foreign words to mean an entirely different thing. I don't know if it is. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody said that it was definitely like something they do to just mess with tourists. Which would make sense because I would do that too. But I don't know. So anyway, after we got to the dock, the guy was like, you've not paid, and we were like, yes, we have, and then we just left. So we brought it was a good thing he so lovingly took our bags out of the taxi before he tried to charge us again. So we go and stand in the line and we wait to queue in, and there's this family behind us all wearing matching t-shirts, and we're just like, oh boy, that's a whole thing, isn't it? And we check in and they give us all of the details and all that kind of stuff. We put the tags in our bag and we go, and this entire building is like a maze, by the way. So if you had to like look at the floor plan of how this worked and guess what kind of a building it was, you would probably guess it's an IKEA store, because it was just like one big pathway all the way around. And it looked like you were doubling back on yourself all the time. It was really, really bizarre. But we eventually got all of our stuff sorted and checked in our bags and left it, and we went and got what was going to be known as our cruise card. Now, I'm not going to show mine on stream because it's got my full name on it. And although you guys know my first name, I'm not happy with you guys knowing my full name. And basically what we had to do was basically what you would do for taking a passport photo. You had to go and stand while this guy took up an iPad and took a photo of you. I managed to get into 2 of my family's photos aside from my own as well. So whenever we were like embarking or disembarking, a photo would just appear on the computer of like the photo that was taken at the desk when we were checking in. And every time I got a chance to see it, I was always looking at it. And I would just see me standing in the background like this. It's really funny. I really liked it. And it was just really good. And not to mention we got a sticker with the 42 and I was losing my Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy mind over it. So, yeah. And yeah, we got our cruise card and that was basically like our entire like life on the boat because we needed it for everything. Like to embark, disembark, to get our food, drinks, everything. So it was very important that we had it. So after a while, we're eventually called and we get on a really, really small boat. Not a really, really small boat, maybe fit about 50 to 100 people on it. Which doesn't sound that small, but in comparison to the 3,000 occupying boats that we were expecting, it looked really small. And I just said, I was like, what if this is it? What if this is the whole cruise right here? What if we've just been completely scammed alongside all these other people? And this package that we got that gets us free drinks and free food is just because they don't have either. I just thought it was really funny. But no, we did end up actually getting to the boat and we embarked, like, so we got off the boat, like, it was maybe like a 10-minute boat ride away. So we ended up getting onto that boat that took us to the actual cruise liner. So that was all good. And it took maybe 10 minutes and we eventually got docked and here it is. This is our boat. It was in a shipping yard. Very aesthetic. Such ocean. It's absolutely massive. You guys can see the ship. This is it here. It's huge. It is giant. It is a large, chunky boat. Massive chunkster. Very big. And it's very cool seeing it, though. Because, like, I got a photo. Hold on. I actually don't know if I have it shown later, but I have it. I use my Polaroid camera so much. I don't know if this is going to show up or not, but that's me standing next to it. Hold on, let me make the camera bigger. So that's me next to the boat. It's absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Oop. I'm ruining stuff. Hold up, there we go. What a chunky boot. Yep, chunky boot. So, boat was huge. And we got on and we... Hold on, can I just go back? Yeah. We got on and that was basically it. We were waiting around for a while before we could actually get into the cabins. And then when we did, it was lovely. Me and Dyer were sharing a room. I don't think either of us were expecting it, but given that it saved about half the money, then not going to complain. So then we like embarked and we got our food and all, like, we took off and the foghorn went and scared the shit out of us. And that was it. So we were on our way for day one. It ended up like leaving port around 4 p.m. I think, which was a pretty good middle ground, honestly. I think we'd been on the boat since maybe, I want to say since maybe like 11, 12. We were on the boat early. And for the aesthetic thing, yeah. And I don't know if you guys can see it properly up here, but up here, at the back of the boat, that was a football court. Well, it was a sports court. So they had like basketball, netball, they had football goals. They had sports. They also had mini golf. on one of the decks. It was really bizarre. We didn't do it. But after the next day, we landed at the... So we took off from Italy, right? We went all the way down to Brindisi, which is at the bottom of the heel of Italy. And that in itself... Like, that was just the port. That's where we were going. But we got a few excursions for this cruise as well. So the first excursion we were going on was to Alberobello, which is very annoying to say. But it was a really, really nice experience that I'm going to talk about now. So yeah, up in the top right here, you can see that up here, this was the view on the way there. And we had an amazing tour guide. The tour guides were just generally great. And apparently Helen Mirren has a house there and goes to like all these events and is really friendly with everyone. And while we were passing through it as well, I don't know why I added that Helen Mirren lives there. I think it was just one of those things that I was like, oh, great, knowledge. So, you know. And we were passing by a lot of different trees as well, and they were all olive trees, and they were protected and tagged by the government to prevent people from stealing them, because that's what people actually did sometimes before that. So I said, to prevent olive poaching, ? Also, hi, Ivy. It's good to see you. So it was about an hour's journey by bus with a really great tour guide. Thanks, Anna. You're the best. And when we got to Alberobello, she took us through this old town that have roofs similar to these ones here in the bottom right. I got a lot of photos, but these ones show off the roofs very clearly. Stealing trees. Yeah, I know, right? But the houses, this is from like, oh god, I can't remember. Maybe like 200 years ago, I think, maybe? I think. They're very old houses, basically, and they're very, very small. And now they're like a national... I think they said Truly Church? I don't know. Like, the knowledge is gone. There's so many everywhere. Because olive oil. But they said that each of the houses had different, like a lot of the houses had different symbols painted on them to represent the religion of the people that lived there. Because back in good old olden times, people were a lot more accepting about religious beliefs. Which was actually quite a shock to hear, frankly. Like, there are pagan symbols, there was Christian symbols, Judaism. Like, there was a lot. It was very interesting to hear about, but I had to add that it was a very slippery town because I think it was limestone that the roads and the paths were made of, so we had to like be careful to not fall over, and it was very funny. That's hard to believe. I actually don't find it that hard to believe, but like, yeah. We're talking like hundreds of years ago, so like, I don't know. People were too stupid to be like offended by people believing stuff. Nina, you're so late. You're so late. Hi. It's good to see you back, Nina. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, that was Alberobello, and I think the next one is a bunch more photos. Yep, there's me! So there's me. This is the first Polaroid I got taken, actually. Over here on the left, this was from a viewpoint. Down there is wooden modern art installation. I would say it kind of ruined the aesthetic of the place a little bit, but in these photos you can really see like how many of these houses there were. And this photo in the middle I've taken on my phone was actually after we had finished the tour and we're just walking around for a little bit. We went to go and get some drinks, and this absolute legend of a guy who sold us the stuff was like, do you want to drink it on the terrace? And we're like, we didn't see no goddamn terrace. What are you talking about? And he goes and unlocks a gate that leads to the roof. So we ended up drinking like a nice cold drink on a hot day on a roof in Alberobello, which was not something we expected. So it was really, really nice. It was a really nice surprise. Stream delay is so bad. Yeah, I don't know. I think stream delay is bad right now, and I don't know why. Oh, it's because I keep dropping frames. God damn it. Okay. Oh yeah, there's more photos as well. So then this up here was an art installation from a viewpoint that we were standing at. And this right here was just one of the paths that we were walking up. And the road was so slippy. I was a nightmare, you guys. I can't even. The vibes were really, really nice. The vibes were incredible. Better than like absolute traffic. Yeah. I think we were just doing that for the entire holiday, though. So after we got back to the boat, it was another like hour journey back. We had to make sure that we were on time, otherwise we were gonna get left behind. Woo! So there were two fully boat days, and the day after that was one of them because we were heading all the way down to Mykonos in Greece. And basically, I've written it all down. What is there to do on a boat all day with only a pool, lots of bars, a buffet, some amount of working internet, and literally free drinks all day? That's right! You get sunburned by the pool and get the fear of being outside, so you sit down by the casino because the boat had that for some reason, drinking free Pepsi, reading a book about people being stupid, misunderstood, listening to Louis Capaldi because you've been feeling angsty lately, and being on a boat gives you the opportunity to look off into the distance and pretend that you're thinking about life, when in fact you're thinking about if you could do a triple backward somersault from the top of the boat into the water, and if they would notice that sick dive and stop the boat to applaud you, or throw you in the brig, which my mum didn't know, so since then just started calling it boat jail. Mood. So yeah, that was pretty much the whole day. I can't lie. I don't know. I'm not related to something. I am surprised that you guys are relating to this so much because it's very specific. So anyway, that day was that day. Oh yeah, so I low-key can't remember what water pictures were taken where, but this was just what we saw most of the day. It was water. Not Coconut Mall playing, bruh. So yeah. Fizzling to Lois Capaldi. I had not practiced reading that once before I started streaming. I'm quite proud of myself for getting it almost in like one entire breath. So yeah, next day was Mykonos. And what they don't tell you about boating is that you have to get used to living on a boat. I have never had a worse night's sleep than the night before going to Mykonos. So I learned that I don't sleep well on boats. I got roughly 30 minutes of sleep, if any. I might have just spaced out for it. So the day was already ruined before it started. I was cranky in the morning, which I did feel bad for. I apologise to Dyer when I snapped at him. And Mykonos in itself was a little bit barren, although the scenery was lovely. Like I said, I'm sure that doesn't really matter to the drunk people partying there because Mykonos is very much a party island. And I didn't swim, I just tried to stay in the shade and sleep because we got taken to a beach on the other side of the island, which was maybe like a 20-minute. Listen, I was trying my best with what I had, dude. I really was. Don't just say I was being a bitch. That's just kind of mean. I was trying my best, but on no sleep, it was so tough. It was so tough, man. So I ended up just staying in the shade and trying to relax. And my whole family was always like, "Oh, come in the water, it's healing." And I'm like, I don't want to go swimming. I am exhausted. I will pass out and drown. So they eventually let up on trying to coax me into the water. There's a foghorn going on outside, which is very funny. But I did get a couple of nice photos on the Polaroids. So, like, there's that. But for the most part, that was just that day was an unfortunately shot before it even started, because I was so exhausted I couldn't enjoy anything. I was so tired. Like, I do not cope well with not sleeping, as coupled with the fact that the heat was there. It was just a horrible time for me, which was really unfortunate, because like the place was beautiful, like the beach was incredible, but I was just trying my best to just try and chill out and not, basically. So yeah. So then after we got back on the boat, we did the usual buffet for dinner style stuff, where we went to, I think we actually went to the restaurant that day. And the restaurant was a set menu, and we basically got fed wine and food. It was very, like, hit or miss with the restaurant, but there was usually always something with the buffet that you would like. But the next day was Piraeus in Athens, which was one of, if not the thing I was looking forward to most. So, the damn highlights. I think I'm like picking up the pace telling this story, but that's because, yeah, I can see that the frames are dropping a lot and I want to get it all in one stream. So this was the hottest day by far, because we reached a peak as we were getting back on the bus later that day of 37 degrees. It was not okay. It was so not okay. It was boiling alive. The water we brought with us was boiling in the water. Like, it was boiling in the bottle. It was bad. Hold on 1 second. I didn't like just seeing that all the time. I would simply melt. It was so bad. Yeah, you probably would actually. And again, thanks to the wonderful goddamn tour guides we had. This one was called Mel. She said call her Mel. I think I saw, like, on her name tag it was a really long name. And we learned about the origin of marathons. So basically, after a war, they sent a runner to go to Marathon, which from what I understand was the name of a place, from the way she was telling the story. And obviously, was it 26.2 miles? That was the distance that this soldier ran to tell people that they won. And yeah, they now celebrate with that. That's such a short way of explaining it, and it may not be accurate, but that's what I remember from the story. And it was like going to the Parthenon and the Acropolis was probably one of the most single-handedly breathtaking experiences of my life. Not just because it was very, very hot, but because there was also a lot of stairs. That and the beautiful scenery and the fact that I got to visit one of my main inspirations for a lot of the building that I do in Minecraft. There was also scaffolding. Like, you can actually see in this photo, it was really difficult to get a photo of the Parthenon without any scaffolding in it, because you weren't actually allowed to go inside the Parthenon. You just around the outside, because inside was just all scaffolding. It was really interesting. And because of the amount of time it took to get up to the top of the Acropolis, we actually basically had to take, like, quick photos and leave again. But also, hi Elliot, how Mystic, I hope you're both doing good. So it was a very quick but impactful experience. Like, I had an amazing time. And yeah, and I got way too many photos. So there's Polaroids of me, the Acropolis, the Parthenon, the Acropolis, everything. Here's the Olympic Stadium. This is apparently where the Olympic torch is lit every 4 years, and then it's passed on to country. So, like, this is the OG Olympic Stadium. We stopped there for maybe like 5-10 minutes for photo ops. And yeah, I actually got 2 Polaroids like this because I the BBC, which was the funny named one. Now I need to. Sorry, I saw that the stream crashed for a second there, and I got really scared. At least that's what it looked like. It said establishing connection. Right, where's the photo of the menu? Where is it, please? I would like to remember this. Hello, where are you? There it is. So, the BBC cocktail of the day was Bailey's Irish Cream, Bacardi, White Rum, Coconut Cream, and Pineapple Juice and Fresh Banana. It was really nice. It was really, really nice. It was very unfortunately named, though. So, and then they had Mediterranean night in the restaurant, which is where we had it. Really, really fun atmosphere, I will say. The one thing I had with the food in the restaurant was that the shrimp they always served were never prepared right. They never took out the intestinal tracts when preparing the shrimp. So basically we were gonna eat shit if we ate the shrimp. Like, literally. So we didn't. Never complained for some reason. But then at the end, before dessert, they basically started playing a load of, I would argue, Mediterranean music. And hold on, let me see if I can find one of the videos. I took so many videos, but I couldn't get any of them on the slideshow because I was pressed for time and I didn't have time to figure that out. Let me see if I can find this. Videos. Oh yeah, here it is. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this or not. Oh. That doesn't help when it's not got the sound on. So it was that music, and then they basically marched through everyone with like the chefs and the main staff, and everyone was like waving their napkins in the air, and I was like, wow, this is fun. Yeah, like that played. So we were all waving our napkins in the air for some reason. Everyone got up and did the conga. I wasn't having it. I didn't. I think I was still mad about the shrimp having literal shit in them. But yeah, that was that. So we ended off the night again. And then the next day was Croatia. So we woke up and Dyer and my dad went on a national park excursion. Yeah, Rosewood, thank you so much for the raid. Yo, Colin Bagel! Bree, hi! How's it going?
Nukeri 1 wave, Nukeri 1 wiggle.
37 months, holy crap, guys. Get some love in chat. How you doing, Bree? It's good to see you. Also, hi, Shell and Faith. Welcome on in from the raid. I hope you had an amazing stream. We're just talking about my trip to the Mediterranean. They went on an adventure expedition. They went on an excursion to a national park of Kirka, Krka. Whenever my mum tried to pronounce it, she sounded like she was casting a spell. But dead ass Game of Thrones. So I missed your stream. Hope the cruise was pod crazy. Oh, thank you so much, Free. It's really, really good to see you. I have not been able to tune into any streams in the last week because the internet on the cruise was horrible. I had to rely on 4G a lot of the time, and ugh. But yeah, Split in Croatia, for those of you that don't know, was a filming location for Game of Thrones before it went to shit. So that was something I was really eager to see. I was eager to see a lot of the points there, and after looking it up, there wasn't actually that many. There was Diocletian's Palace, which is the photo in the bottom right, which was basically, for those of you that have seen Game of Thrones, it was when they were in Marine and the throne room for Daenerys, that was here. That was there. Did we go in? No, because it was stormy as fuck for about 2 hours before we actually went in. And then when we went in, I think we had both spent, me and my mum had both kind of spent our energy already. So yeah, that was that. We got ice cream. It's worth noting as well, I hadn't had ice cream on this entire trip before we were in Croatia. So this was like a full week before I had ice cream. Such weird weather in Europe at the moment. Welcome to global boiling. Not global warming, it's global boiling. Love it. So, great. And yeah, after we got that, we walked around for a while. We went back to the boat. We waited on Dyer and my dad before we went to go and get lunch. And that was that. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. So, you end up... Don't, it's the standard. Make sure you take care of yourself. Yeah, no, take care of yourself. Drink plenty. Get fresh air. Take care of yourself. But thank you again so much for the raid. I hope you have a good time, and good luck with the HRT. That's really, really amazing. Okay. You're good, don't worry. You're doing great. But, yeah, so that was just a chill day on the boat after that because it was the last day of the cruise. And yeah, it was overnight to Venice. So we ended up having a good few drinks, which for those of you that follow me on x.com, Twitter, it's Twitter. It feels weird calling it X. You saw the lava lamp cocktail that it was a strawberry daiquiri that I shone my torch into. And what's really funny about that photo is that I was already 3 cocktails down. So I was a little bit... Woo! But it was the last day of the cruise, so it was just... What else are you gonna do? You know? Lava lamp just... The responses... I showed my mum the responses to the tweet as well. It was DTR and somebody else. I can't remember who else responded to the tweet. But I showed my mum the responses to the tweet, and she had a good laugh at them all. It was very, very nice. But yeah, we've got some more Croatian pictures, so more of Diocletian Palace. I took an entire panorama of the port because out of all the places I visited, Croatia was the prettiest in my eyes for Old Town. Like, so say from like here to the left, that was the prettiest view I had. Over to the right of it, where I've put some more of the photos, was a more modern industrial version of the town, so it didn't look as nice to me. But probably one of the prettiest places I have seen. Period. But of course, me being me, I got more Polaroids, and that was where I got this one as well. When me and my mum were boarding the boat again, I got the Polaroid in front of the boat. And she did a really good job, actually. She got the whole thing in it. So good for her. But yeah, then we got back to the airport the next day, and there was another standard travel day, and I got back... We got back at... I got back to the house around 12:30 a.m. last night. Well, this morning, technically. So, another long day of traveling. And I think the next slide is highlights. Yep, so we had the Croatian scenery. I was eating frog ass for dinner that one time. Knowing I did a better job than the Greeks at building the Parthenon. Cool ass tour guides. Mel, Anna, nah, they're the goats. I learned so much. I also forgot a lot of interesting facts. So many cocktails. I really like pina coladas now. That was my one that I usually had. But not like getting the caught in the rain. I did learn some song lyrics as well because of, you know, the song. I peeked behind the curtain and found out The Wizard Isn't Real Entertainers Edition. I'm down bad for 8% of people I meet. Not really. I'm emotionally closed off and scared of human interaction. And planes are fucking wild, you guys. Any questions? I had a bunch of selfies. I had a bunch of selfies. There was one night that we had to get really dressed up as well. So that's the one on the far left where I'm mastering the boat. And my ass looks good in that photo as well. I've just noticed that. Stop looking. Hold on. Stop looking. I am happy to answer any questions if anybody has any. Yo, Link! Hi! Thank you so much for the 100 bitties. Hope you're good. I'm surprised you have any left after Aragon Subathon, frankly. The picture on the far right looks like you're almost dead in an FPS. The one on the far right, I had an idea to go and take a photo with my phone through my Polaroid. So that's what that photo is. In it, I'm holding my Polaroid, but I'm using my phone to take the photo through it in the mirror. So, like, yeah. Hey, Siama, stop telling chatters to get out of my stream. That's so rude, band. I'm not like you are. You are here at the end of the stream. Well, the end of the presentation. Wait, Matt, where are you on vacation right now? Wait, you're sitting by a pool listening to this? That's adorable. That's so cute. Thanks. I'm in Germany. Oh, nice. Cool. That's so cool. Picture reception. I just like I had the idea for the photo. It took me ages to actually get it as well. There was another one that was just blurry as fuck. Also, hi, Sarah. How are you doing? Where is your cruise ship going? Does anyone have any questions? Hi, Jack. Yo! Minimum Sky with a year streak. Guys, more love. Get some love. Put some love in chat right now. Put some love in chat. Do it. Put some love in chat. Do it. Do it. That was my birthday 4 days ago. Yo! Happy birthday. Don't know if you responded. Oh, I did respond. How do I... Oh, yeah. So I was going to use these as, like, visual aids, but, like... We got day planners every day for, like, what was going to go on, and then we also got, like, stuff through the mail. Like, we got the excursion tickets slid underneath our door. So, like, there was just... For some reason, I decided to keep all of these thinking I was going to need them. We didn't. I told that story great in a solid hour. There's another Sarah. I know, right? And fun fact, Sarah was here before you. In terms of the community. Time to sleep. No, I think this might be the one where Grandpa dies. Oh no, I'm lying. It's Save Room from Animal Crossing. I thought it was the Grandpa dying in Stardew Valley music. Okay, then Sarah came before you, Mulligan. I don't know by how long, but, like, it doesn't really matter. Sarah was first, obviously. Yeah, Sarah was first. Yeah. So, we don't have any questions. Damn, I explained that hella good. And I also look hella good. So, yeah. That's the end. Hold on, where's the camera? There we go. Hello. So, that kind of leads me into this next announcement that I said I was going to make. So, you guys know me. At least most of you know me. And you guys know that I am capable and prone to doing long streams. And it's coming up for 2 years since I started doing streaming full time. 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. I don't know how that's happened. Hi, Sarah. And with that in mind, I'm going to be planning a subathon to celebrate. Now, the exact date is not confirmed yet, but I think it's going to be starting late August. I think the actual date is the 16th. Yeah, 16th of August is the anniversary, but I won't be starting. Is there a third? No, I was saying Sarah. Like Sera. I know it sounds like that though. No, Siama, it's fine. Just take out a bank loan or something. I don't know. So I am going to be planning a subathon for later this month. And I don't know if there's going to be one after it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do another uncapped subathon after it. Who knows? We'll see. So, yeah, I'm going to be planning that. I will be making announcements for it in the coming weeks, as well as when it is and how long it's going to go on for, as well as the goals and shit like that. So, yeah. Matt, I swear to God. Also, Matt, I've never... Uncapped, it will be uncapped. I don't see any reason to cap it. I don't have anything going on. I dropped my hairbands. Shit. Ow. So that's something I'm excited for. And I hope that is something you guys are excited for as well. And it's just coming off the back of like my best friend doing one as well. So that's funny. And I'm pretty sure Ollie started one today. So yeah. I will be making a couple of things in the Discord for it as well, in the sense of like suggestions and goals, stuff like that. So yeah, why am I getting a lot of notifs going off just now? What's happening? Okay. Cool. Let me find somebody to raid because... Well, that's the whole stream. I didn't want to do a long one today because I am still tired. I'm going to be waiting a little while before I jump into another stream. I'm going to be doing some recording and setting some stuff up. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. This has been an incredible stream. Let me see. Yep, Ollie is doing his subathon, so let's raid into him. I think, can I maybe streaming in a minute? Damn it! Ollie just started a subathon. So I'm not going to wait too long to raid. I'm just going to raid into Ollie and show my support. Because Ollie is great. And yeah, I'm excited to see him. Yeah, I'm excited to see the subathon. Yeah, I'm doing a subathon as well soon. I'll make more announcements on that soon. I'll make an announcement in Discord as well for anybody that wasn't here in the stream, so that they can, you know, see that. And yeah, so guys, copy and paste the raid message if you have the emotes.
I'm sorry I've been so inactive, but I'm looking forward to the subathon less than 33.
I'm also very sorry that you've been inactive. I've missed you, Sialma. To be fair, I've been inactive. I've been away for a week. That's what the whole stream was. I don't know if you saw it. You did show up a little late, so you maybe missed some of the stream where I was saying about where I've been for the last week. Maybe. So, if you guys want to catch this whole stream, I'll post it on the VODs channel soon. Sarah with the gifted sub to Josh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, you get some love in chat. I support your friend, love you. No, it's okay. I'm just messing with you. Don't worry. But thank you so much. Alright guys, copy and paste the raid message. Get a lot of love in chat for Ollie. He is a wonderful person who is starting a subathon, and it was a minimum of 24 hours. He was going to be going at least a day. So, yeah. But thank you guys so much for being here. Again, it was amazing to be back. I'm so excited. I'll see if I'm streaming tomorrow or not. I'm not sure if I'm going to be in the mood to do it tomorrow. But I wanted to do this return stream for you guys as well. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you all very, very soon.